All right, we are here. We are at OnForm. We are with Nate.
Yes, sir.
And Nate, have been hearing about OnForm for a while. I was supposed to come see you last year. I got COVID.
We met in the lobby.
We met in the lobby. I had COVID,
yeah.
and I decided, hey, I don't want to give you COVID.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so
yes.
we ended up delaying this a year, but I've heard about it, seen a lot of instructors use it. I see a lot about this on social media. So I want to learn a little bit more about OnForm. So could you start us off telling us a little bit about what are we looking at? What are we dealing with?
Super simple. OnForm is an ability for you to record, analyze, and share. So record a video on your iPad, allow your coach or yourself, if you're self-taught, to analyze it, annotate it, and then you can share it internally, or you can share it externally via email or text or WhatsApp or anything like that. So we give you multiple ways to record it, and then externally share it as well.
Okay, so that's the 30,000 overview. You know, that's that. So to me, that's awesome. Obviously, the way we can share information now, you know, you can get coached by anybody in the world, right? And you can coach yourself probably better than you ever could before, because of technology like that. So how does OnForm help people do that? That's
a great question. So we are one of the only apps out there that allows you to self-record and in the golf space, auto-detect record. So we've actually trained the model to detect a golf swing.
Okay.
You don't have to start and stop.
That's nice.
So it's beautiful, right? You set it up, I call it selfie mode, so you kind of set it to where you can see yourself in the frame. It's really kind of nice. You can do the pump drill, you can do your typical things like that. And as soon as you make a golf swing, the model recognizes it and records it. You can look back and watch it replay, and in the bottom corner, you still see yourself live. So as long as that box turns green, bang, ball after ball after ball, record,
and it's going to keep going.
Exactly.
That's really sweet, actually. I have not heard that yet.
Yeah, it can talk to you, so you can say delete swing, save swing. It'll say, hey, how'd that swing go? Horrible, I sliced it, pushed it right, came over the top, whatever.
So in theory, which I think this is a big pain point for a lot of people with recording themselves, and they should be using video or some sort of feedback like that, right? That's a big pain point that you just brought up, which is, you know, let's say, hey, you're going to set up on an iRange or, you know, on one of those devices. You know, it's like, all right, do I really want to go over there, press record, do this, then come back, stop it, you know, clip it down, whatever,
That's the biggest thing.
Clip it down.
Where do I trim? And then stop it, right?
And because when I get people sending me swings, they're sending me swings and it's like 6 minutes. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to look at that.
And you're live recording and it's doing this, trying to connect it.
Yes. So you guys are taking care of that for people by
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So you can hit it. Hey, you want to hit a 10-ball set and then go back and look at it later?
100%.
Boom, you're going to have 10 swings to look at.
You're spot on. So
awesome.
As you are pulling stuff out here, I'll show you just some of the features that we've partnered with a couple of companies. BodyTrack is one of them. It's one of the first integrations we've had. So this is my swing in my hitting studio. It is not as nice as your studio. All right, I love your studio, first of all.
Appreciate it.
But this is my little BodyTrack I've gotten here, and you see the 3 red dots that are on there. That's actually showing you that it was auto captured. So this first red dot is at the start of the swing. This next red dot is at the top of the swing, and then the last one is going to go at impact. So there's that impact of the swing, and you can see with our integration with BodyTrack, it's actually showing you your trace and your foot pressure. You tap on it again, it's going to show your dynamic vertical force, and the last tap is going to show you your center pressure velocity. The other thing you see on this side is another company we partner with called Swing Balance. It's a shaft fitting system. So based on your swing, based on these metrics on the BodyTrack, it tells me that I should be in the yellow shaft right here. It's insane. It's next level stuff that I'm like, they came to us, they talked to us about the algorithm and all the math. Once it got counting past 20, I said, I'm out, give it to somebody that's smarter than me. So through an algorithm, you can actually fit yourself on the shaft. So
the shaft part, let's go to that real quick.
Absolutely.
Are those the training aid? That's like a workout system, or you're talking golf club shafts?
We're talking like put it in your driver and go play. So stand on a BodyTrack. They're fitting you on an algorithm based on your trace.
So then you would go to a yellow.
I would fit into a yellow shaft.
Then they have a listing of all the yellow shafts or whatever.
They're sitting right over there, and you would say, "Here's your yellow shaft. Put it in your driver. Go play." Based on your trace, based on your velocity, based on your dynamic vertical force.
Wow.
I know.
That's pretty sweet.
It's very cool. So let's just say I recorded this video and I want to go through just maybe analyzing it. The first thing I want to do is see my skeleton in this frame. So we have actually built the model to find the human within the frame.
Yeah.
From a self-coaching perspective, maybe I don't understand what these angles are, but I can sure see where my spine and my hips are.
Right.
So as I go through, I can see where my spine is. If I'm rotating, I'm sliding a little.
Yeah.
Not the best swing in the world, but you can see where it's breaking down a little bit, right?
Right.
You can pinch and zoom, and then we give you all the tools over here on the right-hand side to say, look, there's your shoe, there's your hip.
Right.
You can circle, you can measure. So if I take him back to maybe this point right here, I can actually measure his angles like that as well. So there's a lot of different features that we include in the app.
Right.
I can actually, you can see they're watching.
Actually, I'm seeing you're getting,
I'm getting someone
notifications.
As a coach,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, as a coach, I'm getting notified that one of my players watched the video.
That's big.
I can come up here and compare it. So I want to compare my swing to my son's swing. I'm going to rotate it a little bit. I'll clear all this out. I'm going to get myself to, I'll get him to impact. I'll take my, let's clear that. I'll get me to impact. This is kind of cool. Then I'm going to come up here and link the two videos together. And now I'm moving both of us at the same time. I want to say dad's a better golfer than son. Not true.
Right.
I come up here and overlay it, and I can say, look, son is better than dad. I'm linked together so I can show where our movements are.
That's a great tool to show some.
Very cool.
Very cool for just if you're using even just a single student, it's just, hey, where were you to where you are now?
Exactly.
Right? That's a big deal.
So those are some of the features. We're a golf app, but because we're a golf app, we're a video analysis app as well.
Right.
So that's what we're based on. I've got my son on the body track mat doing his workout in the morning, and so I'm just saying, hey, here's some of the workout movements we should be working on. I can hit the skeleton in the frame, and we can go through measurements, how he's loading, unloading, doing his workouts all just within the app.
So it's cool because, you know, seeing how, I think when we all look at it, right, it's like, hey, sometimes it's helpful to like as I was watching the swings, for example, it's like, hey, it's helpful to look at it and say, all right, hey, you know what? That doesn't look too bad. Obviously, you can take some stuff out, right?
Totally.
But if you throw the skeleton on there, right away you notice, like, you
left
can,
arm impact.
yeah,
or
right.
lead arm
you
impact,
can see
right?
that. You can see, hey, this knee and all that's coming down.
Flexion, totally.
Right. You can say, you know, so it does help you kind of get through some of that, right?
So let's say I'm trying to get him at a certain particular angle, right?
Right.
Pinch it around and go, you see how you've got all this movement where you're chicken wing and you've got a duck leg, and we want to get you straighter, whatever your coaching analysis may be. You can analyze all of that. Here's the cool part. I come up here, let's just say I'm the athlete now. I want to share this to my coach. We instantly think you want to share it internally, but if you don't and you want to text your best friend, you can come up here, share to other apps, text your wife. There's my golf swing.
Right.
She's sick of these demos.
Yeah, I'm sure.
She's a school teacher.
Yeah,
She's like, stop texting me your swing.
I've seen your swing. I don't need
it's
it 100
still bad.
times. Yeah.
It's not getting any better. That's right.
That is really, really cool.
So that's at a high level. Now I got to show you just some cool stuff because, I mean, it wouldn't be fun if you weren't seeing something new. That's why you come to the PGA show, right?
Right.
So this is brand new, built, literally just coded and built 2 weeks ago, okay? We are actually now able to measure in real time using Lidar, which Lidar is in some of the newer phones, right? And
yeah.
Lidar is used to measure your face ID, right, when you open it up.
Yeah.
But using Lidar, as I move through, you see when I just stood still, it put 2 lines on either side of my hips and 1 on the top. So right now, we are measuring shoulder sway, hip sway, vertical sway.
Okay.
This is so early. It's 2 weeks old, literally.
Right.
Okay? But as I move through, and it's not perfect yet, you'll see the numbers changing as I take this club back. Okay? You can already see that I've got some shoulder sway, some hip sway, and some vertical sway. But watch that impact. Watch my lead leg here. As I slide hard off that line, at impact, I'm 4.4 inches left of where I should have been.
Right.
This is coming. There's no modeling. This is real-time measuring.
Right.
So what's really cool is you can use this for golf, and then in real time go home and measure your squat.
Right.
Let's say you're trying to squat to 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Let's say you're trying to do a pull-up and hold at 90 degrees. Real-time measuring is what OnForm's going to. Some of our other friends like to model.
Right.
We're going to say, let's measure, because this is real, this is quick, this is instant.
So every data point we're going to get is measured. So people would say right away, it's like, hey, oh, you don't have this or this. It's
sure.
Like, well, but what you're getting is, this is it. It's no guessing, it's no, hey, we're putting it into a formula and
there's no formulas. The formulas are based off of what Lidar is giving us, and it's real-time measuring. This is 138 degrees at impact.
Well, and what's cool is you're doing some of the most important numbers that you need anyway, right? Because it like sways, people don't understand that sways are it. That's it really is like
stop sliding.
Right. Well, and
stay
if you want,
because
when people say, hey, I want to turn more, right, or I want to do this, it's like, well, hey, stop sliding that way.
Yes.
You should actually probably see some up. Right,
correct.
Going up.
Vertical force up.
Yep. You should, so these are things that, there might be a little learning curve for people, but actually it's going to be nice because you can break it down instead of looking at all of this stuff.
Right.
It's like, hey, there's 3 numbers. That's all you need.
That's it. And for us, you can do this actually with or without. Oh, I hit the wrong one. So I can do it with or without the numbers. So I'm standing still in here. And eventually, we're going to have the same white lines pop up right here.
Yeah.
This is just to show you. And without numbers, it'll show you sway.
Okay.
So if you wanted the numbers, the hard data, you can have that toggled on. Or if you just want to go super simple,
just
teaching
white
my
lines.
wife how do I stay in the box, you can mirror it up to the screen and in real time say, hey, you see how you're sliding left or right.
So those lines will be on there if, like, let's say I want to have a live practice feed.
That's why we're doing it.
Nice.
A live feed. Teaching your student, now look at the screen. You see how at impact your left hip's beyond this line? Real feedback on the screen. No waiting time, no rendering, real time.
That's a big deal.
It is.
I think that's something that's missing in the world of the phone measurement using AI and all that stuff. Is right now it would be there's no way to say, all right, hey, you're gonna have to do this, but then how do we real time?
Right.
We used to do biofeedback with, sensors
Gears
and all that, all that stuff, right? But
how many people have a gear system at home?
Exactly, or how many people that do have it? I mean, the amount of people I've heard that have, the amount of people I've said that this thing is like, hey, I have it, I don't want to put it on because it takes a while, right?
It does.
So
instead of strapping people up and onto this thing, no one's intimidated by going like this. All right, swing.
Right.
We're used to it. We're used to seeing cameras and taking pictures.
Yep.
That's all we're doing.
Yep. I like it.
So that's some of the new coming.
New. I like new is always exciting.
When you come to the PGA show, you want the new.
Oh yeah. You want to see it. So, all right. Now we know what it does.
Yep.
Okay. What for people at home if they want to get started with it? How does that look for them?
So you're looking at, it's an iOS app, so you can download it from the App Store right now for free.
Okay.
That gives you 10 swings to play around with it and get a feel for it. An individual who's just, I want to self-diagnose. I'm just a personal. It's $59, $60 for the year.
Okay.
For the year, gives you like 10,000 videos or something. It's more than enough.
Yeah.
More than enough. A coach, it's $3.99 for the year.
Yeah.
That gives the coach unlimited athletes, unlimited videos, and every athlete gets the app for free. So the deal is, go find a coach.
Yeah, find a coach that uses it, right?
This is a shameless plug, but find a coach. He invites you. You get the app for free. Now you can do internal sharing back and forth, having everything saved to the cloud. We're not storing it on your device. If you've ever tried to take pictures and it says no more room and you got to go back and delete, we keep it all in the cloud for you.
That's awesome too.
And it's instant pull down. So after so many weeks or months or days, we'll pull it to the cloud and store it. And then when you're ready for it, you hit it and call it, and it'll be back down however fast your signal is.
Very cool.
So we're literally cleaning up your device for you as well.
That is a nice feature too. Yeah. So well, very cool stuff. So OnForm. This is where it's going, right? We talk all the time about you need to have a plan. If you're investing in things, are you doing things that invest in, there's so much cool technology about like, hey, I can actually hit balls inside, like we saw your setup, where people see my setup.
Yes.
But what are you doing to invest to take advantage of this technology that makes you better? That's really the exciting stuff that I'm seeing now, and you guys are leading the way on making it easier
that's it.
and more reachable for people and more understandable.
I say if we're going to make decisions based on data, let's use data.
Right.
If we're going to make decisions based on opinion, let's use mine.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Use data. Take the video. It's going to show you what's happening.
Right.
And if you need help, call coach.
Yeah. There we go, right?
I know a good coach.
Some would say. Some
I
might
do.
not. It's
great, man.
But yeah, well, very cool stuff. Thank you very much
My
for
pleasure,
showing us
man.
and taking
Thank
us
you for
through it.
stopping
And
by.
make sure, I'm going to have OnForm. We're going to have everything linked down below, so make sure you check them out. And like I said, if you're really serious about getting better in 2023 and beyond, let's start getting some feedback. Let's start getting better and knowing how you're going to get better, not just guessing at it and throwing it at, throw the kitchen sink at it and not knowing what's going on. So,
but if you need an opinion, take Nate's.
Yeah, right. There you go, Nate.
Appreciate
Thank you
man.
very much. Thank you for your time.
By.
All right.
Absolutely, my pleasure.